Welcome back to a new video. So we are playing with the Colorado Rockies, and we are in the off season right now. We acquired Brett Rooker, so our team could be pretty good. I have to refresh myself. We're going to look at our manager history. So went from 75 and 87, which is a pretty good record considering where they are at now, to 89 and 73, losing in the wild card series, but making the playoffs, which certainly love to see that. And okay, so spring training is going to begin. We got guys up here. Bring some of these dudes up. Uh, and probably it for now. All right, so let's look at our lineups here. And this is where you can get really fancy with it as far as positional changes in learning. So he has short second, so he's most likely going to be our starting second baseman. Angel Martinez, most likely has all the positions that he's ever going to need. Brent Rooker can play a little bit of the outfield and first base, but not really a big defensive guy. Then left center there, so he's someone that could potentially learn a little bit of first base. But we have Brent Rooker that's there. Michael Dogla, same kind of deal, just outfield, has some first base. So really, like that would be the only other position that he would be able to learn. Ezekiel Tovar, he's short, a little bit of center field, um, but we have him that can a deal that can play second base. He can play short, so there's not really much benefit. And we have Kobe Mayo that can play third well enough. And then we also have, I just saw his name. We have Charlie Condon that can play third base as well. So only batted 154 for us last year. So there actually isn't really much positional stuff. But if you're really like lacking in a certain position, that's certainly where you can move guys around in the spring training time and get them to learn different positions. And it becomes really easy just to have a bunch of utility players. Or at least like if it's a shortstop, they can almost always learn second base and third base. Same with second base. They might not be very good at it, but they can certainly learn it to a some sort of level. And a lot of times, shortstops can learn second base really well, so it ends up being a huge advantage. You need to have more people, and it really kind of like mitigates against a lot of injuries and stuff. So I think we'll just let the AI fill this out. I'm not too worried about the defense and all of that. All right, so let's try to get to opening day as fast as we can. Now in the series with the Rockies, I'm not going into every game or anything like that. Probably just for the playoffs, to be honest. But doing every game, it kind of wears on you a little bit. And I feel like the simulation isn't very random. It feels consistent, which is not what you want. But I don't know. At least when you're just simulating everything, then you're not worried about the minutia of individual games as much. Coffee is so good. Allergic reaction to medication. What is the dude doing? Taking some steroids? Power should be a lot higher if he's trying to juice. Herniated disc only takes a week. I love the injuries, how random they are too. Biceps tendonitis, like I'm not sure how you're getting that with baseball. I guess you can get it a little bit from pitching, but Yeah, I guess you could, but yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I never really ever had any bicep issues when I played baseball. See if any of these guys have the high potential. They're just pretty mid. Tony Valdez, he's in high A right now. Pitched pretty well last year in 12 games, 4.09 ERA. 18 years old. Kind of a cool prospect. Might I don't know. I guess it depends how quickly he develops. But all right, we have to. Oh, he's been on the active roster the whole year. Can we just trade him? I did. Did we pick him up in the Rule 5? I feel like we might have, because I think he's on the Padres in real life. So I think he's like a really good defensive catcher, but he can't hit at all. Nobody wants him. He's free. No, we don't need this guy at all. Right, so we have 36 guys on our roster. I feel like we just release him. They can have him back. We're not keeping a guy like that on our roster the whole year and wasting a spot. Uh, no, I mean, we just waive him. All right, we can look at our lineups now. We might just keep him down in AAA for now. Keep him down in AAA. Yeah, like all the guys that were in AAA last year, we need to keep them down there since we got enough. We got enough dudes. So I mean, I kind of thought about him, but Charlie can go down to AAA, right? Yeah. So like he's good enough to be like a bench player, so I kind of like that. All right, so we have Ariel Amador, that is second base. Angel Martinez, Yanquiel Fernandez, Bent Roker, Michael Togala, Ezekiel Tovar, Sterling Thompson, Zeromo, and Kobe Mayo against lefties. Same all the way until Yanquiel Fernandez, which I'm not sure why. Oh, it's just dropped a couple spots. Togala, Mayo, Romo, who batted really well last year, 271, and then Joe Adele, 24 home runs last year. So it'll be kind of interesting to see how we do as far as everything. I mean, I feel like our pitching got better. We got Hunter Green, Christian Scott, or was like our number one guy last year. So now we want to check free agencies. He's out for 6 months. Unfortunate. He's out for 6 months. I mean, that's why they're free agents right now. Did we have him on our team? I guess he was on our team last year. Also just looking to see if there's any prospects that are free agents right now. No one that's worth taking. All right, Jose Hernandez on the active roster. Should be able to go now. There we go. Lost every game this year. 0-2. We're getting cooked. I don't think Chapman will want to go down to AAA. See if we can actually just trade him. Somebody's got to want him, right? No? What if we just keep his old contract? Roll this Chapman. Somebody's got to want him. We'll keep the whole contract. We get Jaron Duran. The Boston wants him back. See if they keep some of this contract. Actually, not too far off. Let them keep 80%. About 70%. 50%. All right, you can have Carlos Luna, and we'll go up to 55. You can have this 2-star guy. We'll go up to 60. Nickel and diamond him. Brooks Baldwin, you can have 2. We don't want him. You can have all these prospects. Saving us money. All right, 60% looks like about the highest we can get unless we go with a good player. Jaron Duran's kind of a cool player to be able to get. So let's look here. So he batted just a little bit with us. So it actually allows us to keep him in AAA to let him develop. And then we can bring Jaron Duran up, which allows us to put Angel in right field. Probably actually left field. He has more potential there. Let's see. Yeah, Keel. So he's pretty bad in the outfield, so he can go right or left field. It's not really going to make a difference for him. And then Jan Duran, 55 in center field, so he has potential in right field. So what we'll probably do is just keep Angel in center, put him in left, keep him in right. Oh, Joe Adele is not batting every day. Let's just let the AI figure out our lineups. All right, so they want Jared Duran batting every day. Joe Adele now bats every day, so Angel's now a bench player, which I think is fine. Will Wagner is also a bench player as well. But I think we have, honestly, a really good hitting lineup. We're 0-2, though, which is not good, but we got our first win of the year. Like, I feel like I feel like I've created a good team. I think our pitching is going to be the um, the biggest question mark. But I feel like our hitting should get progressively better. And we have that Anthony Molina guy that's potentially ready to come up to the majors at some point. Man, we have a lot of guys that are batting under 200. Let him sit out. Hitting's kind of bad still. We'll let him sit on the IL for 10 days with a concussion. Injuries are happening left and right. But we're going to be cautious with him this early in the season. All right, so he's ready to come up with his 7.17 ERA. It's crazy how bad the pitchers will be in AAA. They're like, yeah, no, this dude's ready. This dude's ready to come up. Don't worry. Bring him up. Go Mayo's suspended, of course. Only 3 games though, so we're not going to worry about putting him on the restricted list. Our record's getting a little bit better, which is nice to see. Our hitting is getting a little bit better as well. Joe Adell's still batting 184. Kobe Mayo's still batting 178, which is not good. And Michael Togula, same kind of deal. Hey, but if we keep winning, we keep winning. Hunter Harvey. Just played safe with everyone. We'll bring the big Bernie up. Paul Skeens with a .57 ERA. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. So he's just a middle infielder. Like I kind of like having him on our team though. 4 at bats. Kobe Mayo might go back to AAA. Which actually puts Angel Martinez in the lineup, which is interesting. Ben Joyce can come off the IL. So our record's getting good. I actually want to look up Bernie Martinez. I always see him in these franchises, but like he's just never. He's always a free agent. Is he on a team right now? So last year he played in AAA with the Mariners, so he's just been a minor league player. For whatever reason, the game really values him. But I don't think he's on a team this year. Yeah, it looks like he was released at the end of the year. So just an interesting random player, but the game values random players like that more. I feel like that's something that they could look at too, because like, why would that player ever be at a 2.5 star when he's literally never played at the major league level? Doesn't really make any sense, but so our record's good. I feel like we don't have any like I guess Yankel Fernandez. I was about to say we don't have any like statistical anomalies, but he's batting 305 with 10 home runs. So I mean, that's pretty good. And Ben Joyce is pitching really well, I think. Although it says he only has 4 saves because it was a shutdown streak. Last year he only had 20 saves. But we have a 1.5 game lead on the good old Dodgers. So we'd love to see that. Hunter Harvey's ready to come back. We might have to waive him. Nope, we can just drop him off. Let's look at our lineups here. So Will Wagner isn't really getting any playing time, so we might just trade him, see if we can get another bullpen arm. We have that Rule 5 guy that's getting more playing time than he is. So nobody wants him, which is interesting. Throw the veteran tag on there. Being injured ain't honestly. Keep the contract. We'll give you Jake Madden too. That's pretty cool. So he's a good leader as well. Gives us a good bullpen arm. Potentially a starter, but at least a bullpen arm. A little bit more value than we were getting from Will Wagner. Tanner Bybee's pitching well this year. Love to see that. So Justin Martinez is able to come back. Means we can demote him. Mets can have him back. So home runs are tied for second. The rest of our hitting is kind of mid. But actually, our pitching and defense is actually what's carrying us, which is interesting. I felt like that was the opposite last year. Let's look at this. So I guess our hitting was 252. So I guess our hitting was good last year, and our pitching 436. I don't know. I feel like I guess it got better. Everything got a little bit better from the first to the second year, but it wasn't like one was crazy low versus the other. Now our hitting, we got some guys batting a high average now. It's probably why our record's so good. Michael Tugala is only batting 214. He has 10 home runs. Joe Adell struggling at the 191, but has 8. He's struggling, but he's just such a. If we can keep him there, because he is just kind of a backup player. Hunter Goodman is struggling this year as well. Warming Bernabel is doing well. And 308. We have a lot of guys. I mean, it might be time to. Can we demote him? We can. Might be time to go with the young blood. Joe Adell is just struggling a lot. Only 8 home runs. So I guess, I mean, with 500 at bats in the last year with 24 home runs, he is on a higher pace, kind of, than no, he's on a lower pace for home runs. We're gonna see what we can get trading him because we have guys that we can bring up, like Charlie is someone, Robert Calais. He has some pop, but we just have too many guys that are ready to come up that can. So first scroll, just looking to see if there's any 3.5 stars that teams are willing to give up. Looking here, Wilfredo Lara is interesting, 23 years old. It's third baseman and middle infielder, really. So that's an interesting prospect to look at. Brooks Selvage, 24 years old, full 3-star potential, pitching pretty well in the minors right now. Doesn't have a minor league contract though. So I think that gets us to go with the 23-year-old third baseman is that he has a minor league contract. So we'll go with that. That allows us to open up a spot at the major league level for someone. We'll see. He's popping off. Kobe Mayo's batting well. So I think we bring up Charlie. Ooh, had some big sneezes there. But the AI handle our lineup. They actually put Warming Burnable into the lineup now. It's such an interesting prospect. Maybe we just keep him on the lineup for the year. It's almost 24, and I mean, that's the kind of player you kind of want in Rule 5. Is you want kind of like a bullpen arm or like a low end starter, or potentially like that guy, just like a backup middle infielder. And so it's like keeping him on the roster the whole year is not too difficult because all right, we're gonna go ahead and just put him on the 15-day DL. Hamstring tendonitis. We're gonna go ahead and put him on the 10-day DL. We'll play it safe. I mean, we got so many guys that we can bring up. He's batting 288. He's batting 282. It's like, oh, that's who we just picked up in that trade. So we're gonna go ahead and bring up that guy and bring up him. It's kind of nice to have a lot of players that we can keep at the major league level because that allows us to just be really conservative with a lot of injuries and not have to try to push guys through that are injured or sore. I feel like, do I have it set up to where they do the first year? All right, good. Warming is still batting over 400. I don't. Should be dropping down. There he goes. Nathan Evaldi, unfortunately, is going to be out for 5 months, which we already replaced him, so that's all right. Hunter Goodman, batting 400 in a couple games, taking his anger out of his sport batting at the major league level at the AAA. But I mean, we traded Will Wagner for him, so it was a pretty low risk trade, and they ate his whole contract. So kind of annoyed or bummed by that in a little way. Less annoyed, but that happens with guys. But it was a pretty low risk trade for us. Might happen for next year though, unless he retires. All right, he's batting 103. Big unfortunate. Um, Starting pitching's kind of bad. But I feel like that's also like partially just a Colorado thing. Like our starting pitching inherently will always look a little bit worse just because we play in Colorado. See, he's at lower pace of home runs than last year. Average is a little bit lower, but I don't think it's prohibitively bad to keep him out of the lineup. Warming Burnable, his average is really good, but he doesn't have any pop on his bat. Our backup catcher is coming up and doing well, so I'd love to see that. 23-year-old catcher Bryant Bencourt play a little bit of first base, a little bit of catch. Jeromo's just having another good year. Same kind of thing. We just play it safe. Bring up Jack. It's a good time of the season to look at free agents to see if there's any sort of guys that are young and have potential. So I'm gonna offer him a contract. He's out 3 months, so he might get back at the end of the year. Same with him. So we have the money. We might as well let them rehab with us. Maybe we get lucky and the rehab goes well and we get them back a little bit earlier. But if they're both back in September, I think we'd be able to have them for the playoffs potentially, which could be a nice little addition. But if it doesn't work out, then it doesn't work out. Like, why is this guy a free agent? What did he do? it's, it's an eighth round pick, but like just released. Guess he didn't bat that well, but still, like, I don't understand the logic of the AI for guys like that. There's random players are just like, nah, 19, he won't develop. it's 20 games in. We had to give up a third round pick. Go ahead and place him on the injured list. Max Fry could be a nice little addition for the playoffs. All right. Owner's happy with the goals. We're supposed to do better in road games. My guy, we are number 1 in the division. I don't know what he wants from us. Tony Valdez back up to number 3. Love to see that. You know, I want to see is all right. So we have that up. So in theory, Tony will get promoted when he is ready. Gonna offer him an extension. It's pretty good. It's good enough for the instructional league or Dominican rookie league. Kind of cool that we have a 5 game, well, 4.5, as I say that, but it's cool that we have a pretty decent lead. Cole's number 1 rookie of the month. That's pretty cool to see. He's developing well. I don't know why he's in double A to look at the. All right, so we're going to go ahead and release him. We're going to go ahead and see if someone wants him. He's 26, doesn't really have any pop, and we have a lot of guys that can do what he does. Because is even really playing? Yeah, he's like kind of a bad infielder, average outfielder, kind of first base without any power. We have guys that can do that. Christopher Morel is kind of an interesting player to have available. He's still only batting 111. They actually will accept the trade with him, which would free up another spot. It would allow us to keep him on the major league roster. Honestly, that could be the play. They have Travis Bazania. How'd they get him? They trade him for Drew Rasmussen. Can we have Travis? That is a serious offer. I'll seriously trade anyone. See if we get a prospect, maybe. I feel like I just need a little bit more. Trey Morgan. Oh, come on. He has a broken elbow. That guy's batting crazy good in the Dominican Instructional League. It's crazy. The guy's 25 and has a broken elbow, and they still want to keep him. All right. Let's keep working it. You know what? I'm fine with this. We'll do that. So they can have Sterling. We get a better bench player, essentially. And then we have the flexibility if, Morel does really bad or whatever, then we don't have to keep him on our major league roster. John Gray's hurt for a week, which actually works out because we have Kodai Senga back. That was nice how that worked out. So we're 13 games above 500, still a 2.5 game lead. The Dodgers are gaining on us. The wild card, we would be in third place, so we're still pretty secure for a wild card spot. Oh yeah, the Dodgers are 6.5 games up, so even if we blow our lead in the division, we will certainly be able to make the playoffs still. First year player draft. Chicago lost their number 1 spot. Wow, the Athletics were 14th and went up. Minnesota was 18th. That's uh that's unfortunate. All right, so we are at the 25th pick. So see who we can get here. They'll probably want us to grab the shortstop or the second baseman. Oh yeah, he's got better potential. That guy's good. We can still grab that guy. I'm down with that. Now they want us. Wow, we're getting a lot of really good prospects. I feel like this guy might have better potential though. Like he has good contact. We'll go third. We'll go with the recommendation. Control potential is really bad. I kind of want to grab this guy to be honest. He's already 2.5 stars. Who do they want us to get though? Center fielder. I feel like he's a better risk. Let me get another shortstop. Tim Lavender. First baseman with no pop. We get another shortstop. I kind of feel like we just keep doing it. If there's a shortstop available, you kind of just pick them up. You can always find pitchers. They don't want us to pick a pitcher anymore, but they wanted us to get Tim Lavender in the last round. So we'll grab him in this round. I feel like now is when we grab someone like this. Now we're just kind of in the crapshoot part of the draft. Fill up on some catchers if they're here at this point. Grab yet another shortstop. A pretty deep draft, to be honest. All right, let's negotiate a little bit. We didn't sign any impossible players. We need to actually make a trade then. Can't sign those guys. We have no money. Big yikes. All right. Small market team problems. We have to sell players essentially to fund our draft. All right. We're out of money. We're out of money. Give us $10 million. give you this guy. We're broke. We're brokies. I feel like an owner in real life, though, if that was like the demand, it's like we need, 1.5 million more dollars to finish our signing our draftees. I feel like most owners, even a cheap one like for the Rockies, would kind of just do that. We lost our division lead briefly, so the Dodgers are catching up. We lost it again. John Gray's coming back in a couple days, so let's bring him back in. Brent Rooker's only batting 251. We don't really have a spot for. Michael Togla has 15 home runs. He's here because he hits bombs. So, I mean, CJ, we're going to just immediately swap you. We need a prospector. We need someone that we can split in the minor leagues. Unfortunate, CJ, you are no longer on our team. Yeah, we're not worried about trying to get you to AAA, to be honest. We mostly just got him just so we can get some money. So we're still quite safely in the wild card race. All-Star MVP Ezekiel Tovar. What a G. 254 average. Our hitting is getting really good. Number one in home runs. Our pitching is improving. But I think if the Dodgers have just been playing really good baseball, that's why they were able to catch up with us. Because I don't necessarily think we were dropping a bunch of games in a row. We've been kind of this 12, 13 games above 500 most of the year. Which, makes sense when if the Dodgers are going to catch up to us. Although we're dropping a couple games now. We don't want Brock Stewart. I have him on my Tampa Bay file, and that guy's more frustrating than anything in the world. Yeah, you guys can keep him. You guys can keep him. It's not even pitching well this year for them. Oh, we traded Josiah Jordan. He's a beast. One thing that I try to do with coaching, I ended up not really keeping the file, but I was just experimenting with it, was when I'm signing coaches to bias the relationship aspect of it. And so creating another tab to where I can look at their relationships with the players and then looking for the balance between like a good coach and a good relationship with the players at every level. It took more time to find, a little bit more time. It wasn't too bad. Once you had that additional category, it wasn't too bad, but it was certainly interesting to do. I don't want to give you Brent Rooker for a closer. That's diabolical. Guy's 27 home runs for us. Guess they already traded Josh Hader. I was looking at him as well. Guardians want to trade Stephen Kwan? No shot. No shot. Be a fun player to get on our team. How's he doing for us? 270 for us. That would be an interesting trade. So he's at a lower pace for home runs. He's still almost at 20 though. His average has dipped a little bit. Quan is batting 259, so we're losing a lot of power, but we're getting a much higher average and probably better defense as well. It'll be a controversial trade. With us, he's batting 348, and he fills in that slot 252. He's batting 302 still. The guy's actually a beast. Had 30 home runs last year, too. And he'll batting 271. We'll throw this on there. Oh, they just straight up agreed to that. So we lose some power. I feel like they're both bound for a regression. Oh, this is an interesting trade. So we got AAA. We'll see if we can get something to work. I mean, they straight up want Duran. I might honestly be a better trade. Like he's batting well for us right now, but I feel like Quan is an upgrade. And see if we can. Oh, Tanner Bybee developed. I never see him develop all the way to full 4 stars. That's awesome for him. And Daniel Espinoza too. Dude's always just perpetually hurt, but the Guardians have a really good team. Oh, we actually waited a while for that. I forgot the timer thing. I usually don't use a timer. Guardians made a lot of swings. I don't think they'll trade us Cade. Oh, they actually would. That's just too much to give up, though. I mean, that guy's a beast. They really want to make a trade, though. Cooper's a full 3 stars. He's still batting 319 for us. It's crazy that our catching is so good. So what if we added Cooper? We only batting 222 though. I forgot to delete Emmanuel Clase. The Gambler. A lot of teams want Brent Rooker. I mean, this might just be the best that we're gonna do. Right. Let's look at the prospects really quick. We have a minute 39. we can get him. That's pretty cool. All right. Get another outfield prospect. I feel like that's a good. Okay. I'm happy with this. So we get another good leader in Stephen Kwan. Save some money potentially. All right, so he's protected on the 40 man, so we have to go that route. Honestly, I feel like our lineup got better with that. We got several good prospects as well. And yeah, I'm certainly not complaining about that at all. So I feel like that was a not even really that risky of a trade. Like Stephen Kwan's going to be a better overall player and cheaper too. So two good things. Let's go to the next sim. Johan Duran is still there. Marlins want to trade Sanchez. They're going to want too much. They immediately swap. I mean, he has what? 22 home runs, 285 average, 232, 17 home runs. So that could actually be another. He's 28, 29. So I mean, similar age too. I feel like we do that as well. Just keep looking for trades. I think that was an upgrade. Look at this really quick. No, they just want. They only want Rooker. Pirates have Geraldo Perdomo. They really want to get rid of that guy. I don't necessarily want to trade. Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have him, but I think that Hunter Goodman, I'm still not ready to move on from him because he is essentially our third string catcher. You never know with injuries. So the Jesus Sanchez is definitely more of a risky trade for sure. Um, but I think the Stephen Kwan was an improvement. Guess we'll only one way to find out if we win the World Series or not, right? We still have a 4 game lead in the wild card. We're a game back in the division. Division's actually pretty close. Even the last place team's only 7 games back. Max Friday's gonna be back in 8 weeks, so might not actually have him for this year. We can demote him down. End your list. Ben Joyce is back. Okay, we're back in first place. It's gonna be a dogfight for the division, it seems. Been back and forth a lot. The wild card lead's also slowly evaporating as well. That's not good. Now we're 3 games back in the division, so we're falling behind, only a game and a half up in the playoff race. 3.5. Is I know any which way we make the playoffs, I'm fine with. Obviously, winning the division is ideal for the home field advantage, even if you're in the wild card. But seeing Kwan's up to 284. It's got to be batting really well with us. Yeah, 371. So that's worked out well. Jesus Sanchez batting 323 with us. So both those trades have been kind of working out well for us. Brent Rooker already has 37 home runs. We have 2 guys with 100 RBIs. Did Yankill have 100 RBIs last year? And we still have a 4-game lead in the wild card as well. Let's see what Yankill did last year. At 82, so he's already just about tied his home runs, and he's had a lot more RBIs. About 4 less games as well. Brent Rooker doing about the same as he did last year. Although I feel like he's not, well, obviously it's more RBIs already. I feel like he's on a higher pace. Batting average a little bit higher, but definitely just have a really good hitting team, which is really good to have. Number 1 in home runs. Pitching's going to get a little bit better. We got to look at roster expansion to see who we want to bring up. So, oh yeah, that's our rookie. We'll throw him up in the major leagues. Why not? And then we can throw him up there as well. All right, so we're back in the division lead for now. We should check on Max Fry to see how much longer he has. We just might not get him back. So he's injured for 2 to 3 more weeks. So what we can try to do is get him on our roster, on our 40 man, because then I think he'll be playoff eligible if we do that. And then we would place him on the 15-day DL. And then bring Jack back up. I think that makes it so then he is eligible for the playoffs. I'm not exactly sure though. Not exactly sure. So he is going to be out for the playoffs. Two more weeks. So I think I don't know. I feel like we can put him on the playoff roster. I guess we'll find that out. It's be down to the wire. Which you could just get a setback for 2 weeks and then it not even be a conversation. Although we might be able to put him on the playoff IL. Moderate, but he's a bullpen arm, so we can leave him in there. 1 more week. Yeah, we're actually going to get him back. Full 3 stars. Surprised we haven't clinched a playoff spot yet. I guess we can still lose all our spots. Game and a half of the division still, but quite ahead in the wild card. Let's say 7 extra base hits in a game. I don't think that's right. Probably in a week. I guess maybe in that one that we. Oh no, that was a 16-1 loss. Maybe one of the games we won by 12 or 10. Cardinals have 90 wins. Oh, we can get Max Fried back. That's big. So we can send the rookie back down. Max Fried into our rotation. Not necessarily the rotation, but into our bullpen. That's big. It was a risky signing, but ended up working out. And we have Christian Scott coming back. These are big moves. All right, we're gonna just put him on the injured list so we can bring back Scott. Still 14 games above 500. I'm not too worried about our rotation right now. Necessarily fixing that. I think we're on a better pace than we were last year, where we were at 89. So we gotta get 5 more wins. We clinched a playoff spot. So I think we're at 158 games. So we have 5 more to win 3 to tie, but we clinched a playoff spot. So looks like we're not going to beat our record from last year. 89 is really good for us. Oh no, the game froze for a second. All right. Alaska Abney, we'll make you a coach. So 2 less games, 1 last year, but I would say our team felt like our average was a lot better. I heard a beep. I don't know what that was. But our ERA got a little bit worse, so we scored a lot more runs, gave up more runs. But we also got Max Fry back. We didn't get enough time to have him be impactful of the season, but we do have him for the playoffs, which is kind of cool. So someone like Hunter Harvey, we can probably just remove him from the playoff roster, place him on the playoff roster. Oh, we won? I thought thought I'd get an option to set up the playoff roster. I guess we'll simulate one more, see if we get the sweep. Looks like we did. Usually when it loads like this, yeah, we got the sweep. I don't know why I have him shortlisted. Because I lied, said I was playing the games of the playoffs, but maybe we'll just do it on the important games. So pitching, we'll go with a 3-man rotation, and then make sure all the guys. Yeah, so we were able to get Max Fried onto the playoff roster. Brewers lead by 1. Tied series. Do we take a 2-1 lead? We do. Tied. See if we can take the 3-2. Oh, I thought it was a 7-game series. I should have went into it. That's unfortunate, but we did win a playoff series. Oh, that's my bad. I thought it was a 7-game series. I would have went into that one, the game deciding one. That's unfortunate, but we definitely got better this year. Obviously, we made it through the first round, but I felt like the team overall was not really a lot better, but I feel like we got better. And the Brewers look like they are up 2-0 in the World Series. They lose in the World Series though, but They did sweep the Atlanta Braves, and the Dodgers didn't even make the playoffs. Oh no, they were down there. I was gonna say, like, how did that work? They were like five. I mean, they were the same amount of games we were up in the wild card. So unfortunately, not making it past that round. I don't think it makes much of a difference when I go into games. But it's one of those things. It is what it is. So we'll get the coaches off for the signing, and I'll show you kind of so you can see the relationships tab that I have now. So what I do is I search by teach hitting, and then I look down for someone that has a good relationship, and then make sure there's nothing too crazy with development, mechanical changes, or aging, like being super low. And then those are the coaches that we offer. I haven't done it in a long term fashion to know if there is a big difference between, average and good as far as the relationships go. But I only ever see average, good, or bad, or low, or whatever they call it. But that's unfortunate. But still a productive season. So we'll get into the start of the out season. We're not going to do much in it because I want to watch my Browns lose. So we'll worry about that later. We'll just glance at salary arbitration. So Paul Skeens is still in arbitration for us. Still crazy that we were able to get him, and he's only at $4.7 million. So that's crazy good value for him. We can keep Hunter Goodman as well. Drew Romo, Brent Rooker had 43 home runs, 130 RBIs. Do we have any money? We don't have any money. We're not going to offer either one of these guys contracts. Juan, Jesus Sanchez. So we have a lot of money that we need to try to get. Um, Someone like Jesus Sanchez, though, I honestly, he didn't bat poorly for us, but that's someone that I don't mind letting walk. Stephen Kwan, kind of similar boat. Like these are guys that we got just for the playoff run, and $19 million is just going to be too much for him. Max Fried only pitched a couple games for us, but pitched well. $9 million. So like that's a contract we might be able to figure out. He's at what 2.5 stars now. Oh, he's still full 3 stars. So Brent Rooker is going to be the big piece that we're going to look to try to get back. Could potentially look to trade someone like Christian Scott if he has a lot of value to another team, but we kind of want him to be honest. I feel like we'll do this. We'll look to see if someone wants Hunter Goodman. This could be the trade that we get a lot of money for. Nacho Alvarez Jr. So we'll again look to see if there's anyone with 3.5 stars. Then go back up to see younger players. So Nate Black, minor league contract, 22 years old. So that's going to be who we trade for. San Diego usually has a good amount of money as well. Unless there's anyone else crazy. Hector Rodriguez, pretty average outfielder. Yamil Encarnacion, I butchered that, but average power. Unless there's like someone with like crazy potential. Yeah, mostly power. They're all kind of low power. Just go with the youngest player. Unless I can't find him again. Oh, there he is. So 233, 13 home runs. So definitely player of our dreams. All right, I gotta pick a better player. Give us $30 million, and you can have Hunter. Dang, they'll just do it straight up. Well, he was in AAA for us, but you can have Hunter Goodman. I think that's a pretty decent trade, and see how close we are to signing Britt. So we actually can offer a 7-year contract. That's a lot. So we have enough money now, thankfully, to be able to sign him. But we'll do that in the next video. So I think the goal in these videos is not to necessarily have it be super long or any particular length, but I think I'll just play a full season. So the next one we'll go through the full off season, and then the 2027 or 2028, 2029 season, and just kind of go about it that way. So a little bit of a different series, certainly less videos, and I might not do a video every week with the Rockies. A lot of it's just my desire and time on the weekends to do that, since this is just truly a hobby. But wow, 123 and 130 RBIs is crazy work. So hopefully we can get Brent Rooker back. Yanquiel Fernandez is a superstar. Batted 3 more home runs, 40 more RBIs, and an average of 13 higher and more games. So we'll certainly take that. But with that being said, made it one step further in the playoffs, losing in the division series 3-2, and getting a slightly higher score. So hopefully the year after that, or next year, we're able to push even further and hopefully even get above 90 wins. Maybe even be able to win the division. We had the lead for a lot of the year, but we kind of fell off towards the end. And it's still a good year for us. Making the playoffs every year is always a good thing. So talk to you all in the next one. Have a great one. Peace.